Hello, race fans, and welcome to Disc Golf Daily. It is Tuesday, and that means it's Numbers Day here at Disc Golf Daily. We're going to go over PDGA growth, course growth. We'll touch on rankings, but they haven't changed because very few events, because Pro Worlds is coming up. We might touch on that a little bit too. Let's get into it. All right, here's what we've got today. This was the most new courses we've had ever in 1 week all year, and maybe ever in the history of disc golf. We had 46 new courses go into the ground this week. The average this year, with this week pulling it up even more, is 23.6. Well done, course growth. This is the biggest course growth we've ever had. We'll hit on a couple other things that are really fun about this in just a sec. 18 new courses in the United States alone, one of which, mile marker 63, went in about 10 miles west of here in East Brookfield. Definitely worth checking out. 6 new courses in Sweden, 4 in Canada and in Norway, 3 in France, Finland, Germany, and Denmark each had 2, and the United Kingdom, Iceland, Colombia, the Åland Islands, Mexico, and Thailand each got 1. The Åland Islands, I think, got 1 earlier this year. That'd be 2 new courses for them this year. And we are looking at 8.8% growth in courses. We are currently at 15,902. And we, at this rate, will eclipse 16,300 courses by the end of the year. Fantastic. I saw that 46. I was going crazy. It was so much fun. PDGA earnings, this has not changed at all. Gannon Buhr still is the only person over $100,000 so far. Ricky Wysocki, if he can earn $28,000, he will earn $100,000. I don't think we've ever had a year where multiple people have earned over $100,000. I think so far it's just been maybe Kristen. That's something a human should look into. On the women's side, Owen Scoggins still leads, but I'm going to go ahead and make the call. Whichever one of these 5 women wins Worlds, presuming one of them does, they will have the most earnings so far this year. The FPO cash line. We obviously don't know the FPO cash line for Pro Worlds yet, but we do have a contest for you. In the show note, no, not in the show notes, in the comments, or shoot us an email, discgolfdaily@aol.com. What is the FPO cash line and the MPO cash line going to be at Pro Worlds this week? Go ahead and shoot us your guesses. The winner will receive 4 Disc Golf Daily points. Yes, that is the most points we have ever given away, but you can do it. I personally think if you want to cash at Pro Worlds, you're going to need 1020 on the men's side. And on the women's side, I think it's going to be a little above the average. So I'm going to say 940. And there you have my guesses. All right, the top 20 earners. This is last week. The numbers were 720,000 versus 929,000. This week, it gets a little closer because we don't really have any events going on right now. 789,000, call it 790, we're friends, to 930. So 2023 definitely closed the gap, but I think we're going to have a pretty big launch up after Pro Worlds. PDGA approvals. Last week, there were 201 so far in 2023. And 154 so far this year. Last 2023 had 2 new approvals last week, and we had 5 this year, so we are closing the gap. And actually, the percentage, we are 22% behind now. Last week, we were almost 24% behind. We keep closing that gap. I don't think we're going to catch them, but we're making it close. The number of PDGA events, last week we were 1.74 ahead of pace. This week we are 1.8% ahead of pace. Keep holding events. PDGA rounds. This is the one early in the season, it seemed like almost nobody was playing PDGA events. We were 10, 15% behind, like in the spring. Then we closed it to about 8 or 9, and it held steady for a while. In the last month, maybe 2 months, this number has been closing dramatically. And something exciting happened today. So we were 1.75% behind 2023. Now we are 1.85% ahead. So 440,000 PDGA rounds have been played this year so far. At this point last year, 432,000 rounds had been played in 2023. That is a tremendous indicator. We've not only made up all the difference, we've actually surpassed 2023. I didn't see it coming, but we made it happen. And PDGA membership last week, the highest PDGA number was 292,884. And this week, 293,115. Additionally, we were 3.91% behind 2023's pace last year. And this year, this week. And this week, we are 4.11% behind 2023's pace. So we actually lost a little ground on membership. The United rankings have not changed. Gannon, Ricky, and then Chris, Calvin, and Ezra round out the top 5 on the men's side. Kristen, Owen, Missy, Holland, and Evelina round out the top 5 on the women's side. That does it for us today. If you have any thoughts, news, or opinions, shoot us an email, discgolfdaily@aol.com. Have fun, throw them straight, give us a good rating, maybe a thumbs up. It seems to actually help. I wish it didn't help as much as it did, but if you like what we're doing, that's a good way to let other people know what we're doing. So that way you actually don't even need to tell a friend. You could just give a thumbs up. Your friend will find out. And hit the thin gap. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. It really does help us grow.